You are born in the rugged mountains of southern Greece, where olive groves cling to rocky slopes and the Mediterranean sun casts long shadows across marble temples. Your first breath is not greeted with celebration alone, for you have entered a world that will shape you into something more than human, or destroy you in the attempt. The elders examine your tiny form, searching for signs of the strength that will be demanded of you. If you are found wanting, your journey ends before it begins. But you are strong, and so your story continues in the land where warriors are forged like bronze in fire. For 7 precious years, you remain in your mother's arms, learning to walk among the olive trees and speak the tongue of heroes. You do not yet know that these days of warmth and gentle hands are numbered, that your true education awaits in places where comfort is unknown. You play as children do, unaware that each sunset brings you closer to a transformation that will remake your very soul. Your mother holds you close, knowing what you do not, that soon you will belong not to her, but to Sparta itself. At 7, they come for you. Your mother's tears cannot stop what has been ordained since your birth. You are led to the barracks, where your new life begins with the removal of everything soft and familiar. Gone is your mother's cooking, replaced by portions barely sufficient to keep you alive. Gone is your warm bed, replaced by straw that scratches your skin. You learn to steal food without being caught, for hunger is your constant teacher. You discover that the cold that numbs your bones is nothing compared to the shame of weakness. Here you begin to understand that you are being carved into something harder than stone. As you grow, your training becomes a furnace that burns away everything weak within you. You learn the weight of the bronze-tipped spear until it becomes an extension of your arm. The hoplon shield becomes your second skin, and the short sword your deadly companion. You practice the phalanx formation until you and your brothers move as one creature with many hearts. In the crypteia, you stalk through darkness, learning that survival depends not on mercy, but on will. The bonds you form with your fellow warriors become stronger than blood, for you know that in battle, the man beside you holds your life in his hands. At 18, you face your first real battle, and all your years of training crystallize into this single, terrible moment. You carry your shield knowing your mother's words echo in the bronze, return with it or upon it. The enemy approaches, and you discover that courage is not the absence of fear, but acting in spite of it. You learn that victory is expected, but survival must be earned with sweat and blood. Those who show their backs to the enemy find no home in Sparta. You would rather die than live with such shame burning in your chest like poison. At 20, you become a full citizen, permitted to marry and father children, yet forever bound to your warrior brothers. You eat with them in common halls, sharing black broth and barley bread while speaking of honor and battle. Each day brings new training, for you understand now that a Spartan warrior is never finished, never complete. You guide younger boys as you were once guided, passing down the sacred knowledge of warfare like a priest tending an eternal flame. Your life has become a weapon in service to something greater than yourself. You have become what Sparta demanded, a warrior unmatched in the ancient world, one who can hold a mountain pass against impossible odds. Yet you carry scars both visible and hidden, and you have seen too many of your brothers fall before reaching manhood. You understand that the system that created you demanded everything, your childhood, your innocence, perhaps even your humanity. You are a weapon now, perfect and deadly. But you sometimes wonder what you might have been if you had been allowed to remain simply human. In time, you watch as the Spartan way grows old and fades, unable to change with a changing world. The last of your kind becomes legend, your deeds carved in stone and whispered in stories. You achieved what mortals rarely do, a kind of immortality, though whether as hero or warning, each who hears your tale must decide. You surrendered everything in pursuit of perfect strength, and in that sacrifice, you became something that will never truly die, your story echoing through the ages like bronze ringing against bronze.